This is PC Gaming Radio, and today, WTF is Wasteland 3, and our host Lipstickpaddy is on hand to tell you all about this game, so let me hand you right over to him right now. Well, here we are, Wasteland 3 with my party of 6 and my Kodiak machine. Now, I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this WTF, and we're going to be doing a few things, just side missions, and I don't want to spoil anything of the main storyline too much. Let's get away from this car because it's so loud. And, ooh.
Rangers.
Let's see what's happening here.
Rangers, you came! We're in dire straits here. Those twisted psychopaths want us all dead.
I have to click this, by the way.
You gotta help us.
I don't know why it just can't go forward.
Them crazies were demanding our bison to turn them into weapons of war. Sick fucks wanted to graft machine parts onto them or something.
Now, you can see here the language that's getting used, and sometimes the game's pretty brutal in what it's trying to show you, but it's water off a duck's back as far as I'm concerned. It's not gonna... It doesn't affect things, it's just colouring the world as a terrible place. It's not offensive, really.
When they started machining them up, the bison fought back. They don't like to be messed with, and they're damn fierce. Bastards had their hands full for sure.
Now, a lot of the time, you're probably just going to read it because it's so, like, you know, you just want to try and get through this because it's pretty okay to read it. I mean, you can say enough talking, but I do want to see what they're saying, like.
They done camped out at the side door on the right. Won't keep them out long. It's our breed. I'll show you the way, but I am done as soon as we see them. The sick bastards are up there. I'll just hang on back while you take care of things. Wouldn't want to get in the way.
Now, for the most part, when it's zoomed in so far, it looks fairly okay. You're going to be zoomed out as much as possible here. Even this, let me just try and get away from the car. The engine noise is so egregious. Now, I want to lead here with Lipstickpaddy as she's got great awareness and she can spot stuff. And we'll find out what's going on here. Now, for the most part, you don't want to talk to these if possible. You just want to shoot them. They'll give you like...
What do you want? This has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, there you go. So sometimes you're pulled into conversation. If I attack now, it will let me get the first attack on. But if I want to talk, it might do a skill check. Let's have a look.
Piss off, Rangers. You have no say in this matter. We will take what is ours.
Interesting, he's a scar collector, which means that when you become a scar collector in this lore, you've got to replace a body part with something. So you can see they've all took their arms off. Interesting faction. Now you can see here some... Ooh. I get some bison bits here, or a beast. I can get this beast of an animal whisperer. Well, after I've done this mission, I'm going to go for an animal whisper 10 check. So that is probably not what I want to go for.
You assume a lot for mewling babes, but this task is beneath us. If you take care of the Rangers, we will share the bounty of bison. First, a warning. I sent a group yesterday to flank the ranch. They never attacked. I would like to know why. Otherwise, this is your problem. Do what needs to be done.
So I'm a little bit sympathetic with this collectors. and don't really want to mess with these peeps. Skull ornament for my car, but I'm going to put the Ranger badge, if it's just cosmetic. The Ranger badge, of course, is what I'm going to put down on. This is like the noisiest level I could have put this bloody video on. Let's check this corpse. Armor modding, very good. Gun firing, engine rolling. There you go, spotted something over here. Now your party is made up of a balanced team. I can't stress that enough, how balanced it needs to be. Might get a little bit quiet down here. Now, if I go into the party, I'll start with Hawk here. This is my made character. Now, Hawk, he's my melee combat, and it's specialist important to have at least 2 of your members on melee. Why? Because it doesn't cost any ammo. And ammo in this game is going to be a problem, so you need to spread. You don't want anybody with the same gun type, essentially. So, and also, in the learnt skills, you want to balance each character with a primary goal. You can see here lockpicking maxed, and only get the goal to level 9 because there'll probably be a skill book in the world. In fact, just check this inventory out. I do have lots of skill books here, and so when lots of things get to 9, I can then bump them up to 10 because the get to 10 is so expensive on the skills. It really is. You can see 4 to that one, 9, and a whopping 15 to get it maxed out. So, don't think so. Lockpicking is very important in the game, it really is. You're talking about doors and stuff. I would not, and it says here, safes as well. This is vital that you put this as a primary. Armor moddings can be absolutely worth it. This guy's got 61 armor, which is huge. I can't stress how big that is. And armor modding is one way to really push that forward. And this just means survivability. Armor is very important, survivability. Now, attributes here. Coordination means you can do more stuff in the round, which means you can now do 2 attacks in a round, which is good. Speed is actually running around in the world. For a melee character, speed's going to be very important. I'm now focusing on luck, though, because it increases penetration, which means bye-bye armor. So I cut through armor better with luck. Awareness is going to be good for range characters, especially as it's increasing the hit chance. And it gives a range bonus. Strength is going to be good for melee. And you're going to need strength also for wearing heavy armor like this. Intelligence is really learning, so if you've got a skillful player, you kind of want to max out this stuff. You're going to need high intelligence. Notice I've got weird science, and that's because I have a helmet which increases melee output by a lot. I'll get to his inventory in a minute, but as I go through this, and charisma is interesting because the leadership thing, you only need 1 character with this, but it's really, really good to have. And you can see Hawk. She's built a little bit differently. Each of my characters is built a little bit differently. There isn't a cookie cutter per se that's going on. And here's my other melee character. And very important to have a mechanic. Mechanic is almost one of the most important things in here, so definitely have a primary on that. And I definitely put primary over your gun, actually. Primary should definitely be over your gun. In fact, I wouldn't necessarily... He just does so much in the game. And each character has obviously different skills, and you've got like a long list of skills that you need to have. And one we're going to be following here is Animal Whisperer. I've got this to 10 now with a book, and I'm going to go towards an animal which is like a level 10 animal that I can get for the party, which is going to be great. You do have perks as well, depending on what skills you've got. You can see Animal Whisperer here. I've purchased all these perks. And you do get some extra ones through stuff you do in the game. These blue ones up here are all given for free. And you can show unavailable ones if you want to kind of have a look what's out there. And most of my characters have all this good stuff. It is really epic. If I show you my main character, Lipstick, here. Sniper rifle here. Ambush attacks with sniper that kill your target. Don't end the ambush. This doesn't really work. This only works a few times. I don't know why. Is it bugged? And if I get sneaky shit to 10, my sneak damage goes to 200. So that is going to be epic when this comes in as a combo. And for my Rose, my explosive expert, I built her with specific. If I go to Rose here, she's a pyromaniac, so she has fire and explosive damage. She's also an explodomaniac, which means 15% explosive damage, so we're already high. And with the perk of the Toaster Repair, you get extra fire damage with 7. So there's like good synchrony with the characters. With your explosive expert, you're going to want to throw Toaster Repair on them just to get that buff. It's very strong buff, it really is. And cannot be overlooked. And explosives, a fantastic one also to get. Really helps with big targets and all that good stuff. So love her. And, you know, so it's got all this RPG. I've got all these guns here. I'm expecting to come to a shop where there's like a level 10 gun. And I don't know how much it's going to be. So I'm saving a lot of this just to sell. Some weapons I'm not using, like shotguns. I'm not interested in shotguns or things like this. My guns are fairly strong as they are. And, you know, this is a level 9 sniper rifle. And is there going to be a 10 out there for all these weapons? That's the big question. And how much are they going to cost? Because these level 8 cost me like 2,000, very expensive. So to full, you know, you've got to think about economy. Money here to get the best stuff is very important and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is so fascinating. Is the attributes, the character building, the perks and the skills. It's all fantastic. Now, if you group your people together, it will send the best person. So if I click this now, my explosive expert's going to come forward. Rose. Just going to hold show here. We've got another one here. There you go, Rose. All good. Trap up ahead. Oh my god. I guess the secret trap is for those people that haven't got the abilities to do this, but Rose, get on it. And this one's going to be an explosive level 10. That's a fairly high check. There you go, Rose. Oh, there's some frogs over there. I really don't like these. Look at this, 1,000. If I don't want to deal with them, please don't let me deal with them. Alright, you would have had to have dealt with them if you took that route. That's the price of not having level 10. And trust me, these things will kill you. They will kill you. Now, this is on normal settings, and it's brutal. These will poison you and all that horrible... Oh, what's that, a grave? I'm going to have to go over there, peeps. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We might get into some combat here as we go through. So that's a sneaky 10. Not got that yet. And another sneaky 10. Well, it is just an alarm, so I'm going to get my melee to set it off. Alright. Well, it didn't start a conversation. The game is unpredictable, I'll give it that. Definitely unpredictable. Let's get the team in. And, am I missing somebody? Rose, get your ass in here. Says all these are enemies. Anyhow, I'm just setting the team up here for battle. If they attack me, I'm going to take my dude over.
What the damn hell are you doing, Rangers? Are you working with those damn psychos? Really, now? Well, if you say so, Rangers. All right, everybody get ready. Open the door in. 3, 2, 1. Open the door.
Oh, dear. Well, at least I've got the team ready.
It's us.
Well, I guess they're going to come in, aren't they? So let's just get everybody... I kind of want to leave him up at the front. These... And get everybody on Overwatch, or as this game likes to call it, ambushing mode. I wish you had a team button for that.
I see you.
Right, there's a lot of them. So Rose. Now I'm going to pick a javelin, which is a fantastic weapon. I don't know if she can hit him from that. You can see the grid there. If it's blue, it means you can run there and fire. If it's orange, you're not going to be able to fire. Check this out. Out of range. Took out a farmer there, but you can see damage was worth it. There's still a lot of them coming in. Can we get the sniper just to hit him off? That was a lucky shot, meaning she gets a second attempt, second bite of the cherry. Let's get them all in Overwatch. See what happens. Oh, I can get a reload on her. And we'll save that for next one for Rose. Prepare for the next one. Get everybody else on Oh, there's a toaster there. Lovely. They might fire that guy. He's right in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so be it. So be it. Now, just to be clear, this is normal difficulty setting. Well, it just so happens that this guy's a healer. Fancy that. Right, these two are pretty worn up. Rose, there's a lot at the door. What can you do? It's unfortunate those bisons are there, because I really want to hit that, and I'll take out another farmer if I do that. She can move up to there. Notice as she attacks with this rocket, she does build up a special here, which is a nuclear strike. Now, I can't fire this where I want. I've got to aim somewhere, and I'm going to hit the bloody farmer if I do that. Daryl is now attacking me. You! Why are you attacking me? Sniper! One in the back here. Headhunter. Dead or alive. There's another mission. He was a bloody traitor! Just turned on me, the turncoat. How many's left? 2 of them. The guy with the giant gun, and they're both... Alright, so... Let's get these 2 healing. And we'll wait for him to come in. We'll wait. They have to come in if they can't see me, or they're just going to shoot ranch leader. Maybe. We'll find out. Way outside the range.
Looking good.
He can't believe he survived that. Party going down all the time. This guy's the pain hammer. there's something else. Is he not dead? All right, peeps, we did it. Now, if you get one bag, the head of Daryl, it's a critical mission from another. It does get all the bags from the bodies. Sometimes it'll give you a key, and you might not want to pick up the key because you get experience for lock picking, for example. Oh, that eye is a good thing to get. Right. Oh, there's a toaster. Send the toaster specialist, which of course is my explosive expert. Get fire damage and all that good stuff. Now, you can see $1,000 here. Fantastic. I've got a lot of these items to sell from toasters. This free toast is like an epic food item. You can see extra action point for 90 turns, which is fantastic. Really is good. And really, that is, you can even forget first aid. First aid is kind of like, you can see on the front line field, they're healing melee characters. These were the first aids at for me. Had a little bit of money, so great. Anything else that's interesting? Apart from that grave out there, but I just don't want to fight toads. They are excessively hard to beat. And don't pick battles if you don't want to have them. Now there is, if I just check this mission, and there is going to be a little bit of checking when you do stuff. Track down who? Larry, Daryl, and the other Daryl. One of them's there. Maybe one of them's in the grave and I've got to unearth the grave. Anyway, that's not priority mission at the minute. Oh, easy. Who am I talking to for this quest? Or mission?
You gonna help with the bourbon outside?
Oh no! Is that something I don't want to do? Do you want me to see these? Oh. Well, you've seen combat. I'll come back here as I don't want to labour the point. I want to show you some more of the game. Now, you've witnessed combat there. And I want to show you the biggest enemy you're going to fight in this game. And it's the loading time. Because it's egregious, it's offensive, and it will absolutely be a thorn in your side when you're playing this game, is the loading time. This is on an M2, massively fast, 4,000 read speed, the fastest SSD you can get. And look at this for epic loading. This is worse than Skyrim, worse than Battlefield, Battlefront loading times. This is the worst game I've played in the modern age when it comes to dire loading. And this is just the world map. This is the quickest to load, honestly. There's worse loading for this. And you might as well go and make a cup of tea. Because look at it. And if you're hopping in your car and you want to go and do some shopping, it's going to be like, no, because that's like 3 loading screens. And it takes the fun away from the gaming experience. It does, and it has jarred my experience. It really has, that loading. No, want to go this way. Now it is fun driving around until you get the random encounters. They can be a real pain in the neck. Now I did drive for maybe 20 seconds, and again I'm at a loading screen. And sometimes you could be playing and it's half the time is a loading screen and half the time is you doing stuff, because you have to go between places. If you're going through like a city, you're going through the different city parts, and welcome to the load. And oh my goodness, if this is stretching the engine to its limit, then I hope this is the last time we see this engine used, because this is terrible. I don't know if there's a problem here, because it gets to 30% and it just sticks there. 30%. I mean, for what it's showing you, what are you loading in? Ew. More star collectors. Oh, there's the badger. And what is he giving me? Downtime +2. Okay. He's a level 10. So a little bit strange. Now, the loading times I've shown you, these are just side missions, and they're like small little missions. When you're going into a bigger place, expect that loading time to be longer. I'll just say that. There you go. Now, I do like it when it does come up with music, because it's often because something dramatic is happening. I do like that. The main storyline is great as well. Love the different characters. The game is great. I think it's definitely like a masterpiece. If they could fix the loading time, that'd be, frankly, the best thing they could do. Is this place just for the honey badger? What's going on? There's nothing on these peeps? Steel teeth. Ooh. Right, so, and I don't even use submachine guns. So yeah, you can see how small this map is, and the loading time was again egregious. And this is what the game enemy is the loading. Because you're zipping about, going between places. You might need to visit a medic for healing. You might need to go to a certain place just to talk to one NPC for a quest. Which means could be 3 loading screens to go and talk to that person, and you're like, oh god, that's going to be 5 minutes of loading. Dear me, it's appalling. It really is. I can't believe it launched with this loading problem. And You know, it's so, like, what are you doing? It's nondescript what it's doing. If the star means it's processing, well, the loading is just stopped. It locks for no reason. It really does need fixing that, if possible. You know, when the next generation consoles come, are we going to get instant loading? I don't think so. So, I've shown you some combat. I don't want to really go into the story. That was kind of like a little side quest. I've shown you the loading screen on some side quest areas, which are the quickest loading screens, because I didn't really want to show you the really long ones. Ooh, it is going to be a beast. But for all the pain of the loading, I'm still going through it because I am fascinated with what's happening, and I'm looking forward to playing it. There's pretty much, can I go to the map? This is light spoiler, because a lot of these locations aren't going to show up, and a lot of these areas are going to be inaccessible to you because of radiation. You got to upgrade your car or your Kodiak for that. So I don't consider this a spoiler. You can see each area has its own colour as well. It's like kind of white up here, grey here, brown at the bottom. Sometimes you'll see shops, and the best shops are kind of, you'll find out when you're driving, but they're kind of mobile shops, so you might not see that shop ever again, which is a bit of a pain, because there's one guy with really good weapons that I had to sell everything to get my weapons. It's like loaded everything onto him. So yeah, as the quest goes, it's almost like Act 1 is you going to Denver, but you're really going to be doing a lot of stuff before you go to Denver, because you're going to be quite busy in the city. And that's going to be good to level up your character. In fact, you're going to be doing all the side quests, because the skills, in order to get your skills up, you need to feel like you need to do them. Also, the story, like that's Act 1 Denver then, and then you go up to Aspen for Act 2. I've done both of these. I'm going to be going into the third act, which goes into a different place, a different map from here, is my understanding. We're going to go off somewhere else, which is something we saw in Wasteland 2, where the map you started on is just the beginning, and then it explodes into something else, and you go, oh my god, the game's just got bigger! Yeah, so this is the starting map, I'm guessing. I believe I go off at this exit down here, is what I understand. So yeah, I'm 50 hours in or something like that. It has been good. It's been, again though, to mention the loading, I'm like shaking my head every time I play when it comes to it. It's like, oh, so good. Other times though, it's like, I just go online and just look at something while it's loading, because it is really bad. Don't want to labour that point anymore, but it is fun going around exploring. You find caches for things and all that good stuff, and you can find giant scorpions to defeat as well. I wish the shops were you could find them again, but you know, that's just something that they naturally go around. The reputation system is mainly, if I'm going around the world map and I meet someone that doesn't like me, like the Gippers don't like me, they won't trade with me. They'll tell me to get lost. Whereas the refugees, they're kind of neutral with me, and of course the 100 families, they love me. So, and your fame goes up so people know who you are, and by the end of Act 2 you're going to be very famous. Maybe. But a lot of this fame comes from side missions. It really does. Ranger HQ and all that. In fact, going back to your Ranger HQ, the load time for that. I can't stop saying load time, can I? Doesn't really matter. And what I want to say is, during Act 1 and Act 2, the things you're doing in the storyline, I don't think I would play them any different if I was replaying the game. It feels to me like I'd only want to play this once. I don't feel like I'd want to go up difficulty to the more difficult ones because it's already difficult. You saw how just on a side mission, you people drop like flies if they're not in cover. And you've really got to think about stuff. And my weapons here are top class, the best stuff you can have. Like, it is really good. Better than any of the shops are selling. This was just one rare shop that was out there in the world that kitted me out. And I don't think, like, there's one character that you can get to play with you, and he's like, morally, I'd never have him in my party because of what he does. And he's locked up in prison, is what he is. And I don't think I'd go and replay the game and have this person, Vic, in my party ever, because he just doesn't sit comfortably with me. And that is that. Now, as the storyline's going towards the end, the story could go a few ways here. I'm still waiting on information. There's still stuff to be revealed, even after 50 hours, about what decision I'm going to be making and what the heck is going on. It is going to be fascinating to see that. And you certainly feel like you're getting enough side missions to satisfy you between the acts. You don't get overladen with them, and they're kind of fun to do. And when you're kind of in Act 1 and you don't get many, random encounters, but when you go towards Act 2, that's when you get to see more of them. We only travelled a very short distance from here to here. We didn't get a random encounter, but if I went out exploring this black here, I'd expect to get some random encounters, and they slow you down. They really do. You got the loading screen for the mission. You then got a heavy combat, which can leave your party damaged. You might have to go and heal them. Oh, and all those loading screens. So I try to avoid areas as much as possible and all that good stuff. You're going to have absolute fun creating your characters. It pretty much wants you to create 4 characters. You can have 2 specialist hero characters. I've gone with Lucia and this ironclad melee guy. He's epic. And when you start the game, you can pick 2 heroes that are linked together. You know, they have a pre-story, but Lipstick and Hawk are my pre-made characters. And the reason I did that basically is because when you create this, you get some backgrounds and quirks that other characters don't get, like, armor for this guy and melee damage bonus to lethal weapons. So this is going to be your characters are stronger when you make them yourself. The pre-cookie cut characters, not interesting at all for me. And if I look at Lucy Sci-Fi, what a complex character this chick is. I mean, she needed high intelligence just for what she is, but her skills, animal whisperer, obviously weapons, but doing nerdy stuff, weird science, and she's doing the hard-ass talking. Like, she's doing a lot, this chick. And if you look at her outfit, she's got, like, well, it says the nerd stuff because it's giving me 11 armor. She does have a special armor, which is the Chemtech, which only gives 8, right? So it's not fantastic. But mainly this is strength and weird science, so it's kind of built for this character. Weird science 6 is not cheap to get, and so yeah, Lucy Sci-Fi there. And I did level Hawk up because of the helmet. 15% extra melee damage. Are you kidding me? The amount of bonuses this guy's got is bonkers. That's why he's hitting them and knocking them dead, because he's got a lot of melee bonus coming from his stuff. So that's what's so juicy about the RPG of the characters. So juicy. So I think you're going to have... Oh. He's injured. Injury kit. There you go, Hawk. Is anyone else injured? Downed time +2. I have no idea what that. This guy's at level 10. And it's downed time +2. I've got to see what this guy's like in combat, because I think when you go down you can have 4 rounds before they die, or incapacitated. You can take them to a doctor to bring them back. So I think that gives you more time in combat if you're having a really bad time of it. But the bear gave me like 2 armor for everybody, so he was great. The bear, he was a level 8. But I think that they either have a good buff or they have good combat. So I think the Weasel's going to be combat being level 10, and we shall see. Food is good for giving them outside of combat. And I think for the 3rd act I'm going to have people with toast on their quick slot instead of the hypo. And they can impale themselves with drugs and stuff, but they can get addicted, and really, I've not really been using it. And my engineer, my sniper, she has got laser turrets you can put down and all that stuff, but I've not felt like I've needed to do it. It's kind of, you know, they have lots of things in here, but you might not feel you need to do it. Not too bad though. And so yeah, game is absolutely wonderful, marred down by loading screens, but if you can entertain yourself while they're on, you're going to be in for a great journey. Really is good, and I can't wait to see where the map goes after this, as it starts Act 3. I'm almost there. If I show you the mission log, like, I've done a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, and a lot of the characters are coming back from Wasteland 2, including Angular Death here. So that is good if you've played Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2, definitely a game I highly recommend. It's one of my favourite RPG games ever, and we'll see. We have to see where this goes to see if it is up there. So far, so good. Characters getting strong. I can't wait to get the top guns in the game, and oh my god, there's so much good stuff to come. Well, peeps. Well, this has been the WTF is Wasteland 3, an absolute fascinating RPG. Story seems to be linear in scope. I don't think you want to go one way or another. There've been easy decisions to make in the story so far, like clearly with my morality that I have. But other than that, it has been a great playthrough so far, and I can't wait to keep going. And after 50 hours, I think a recommendation of this is like definitely get it. There's so much here that I've not shown you from the, you know, it's just a wonderful experience. Graphically looks incredible, and if I've got anything that I hope from Wasteland 4 is that it goes the way of Skyrim. like this isometric the isometric world and all that stuff. No, just go take the time to develop Wasteland 4 in a 3D engine. Is what I recommend, and have it like the Elder Scrolls series, you know, and the Fallout series. They used to be like this. So that's my big hope for Wasteland 3. And peeps, that's been my WTF on Wasteland 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't bore you too much, and I'm gonna have to really push this out the door because my deadline to finish the game is Thursday, peeps. When this video will go out. And the next game I'm playing, Windbound, so look out for that. The Zelda-like experience. Cannot wait for that. One of my picks from E3. That should be fascinating to get my hands on that. So can't wait for that coming out, playing that on Friday. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. You do me a favor. And please subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, the more videos coming soon. And oh man, such good times on the PC, so many games to play. I've not played a bad game since starting my channel, so oh, we're coming into a new new generation of games, and it's bloody fantastic to be a PC gamer. So yes, hurrah for that. I've been Lipstickpaddy. Thank you for watching, and you take care, stay safe, and bye bye for now. Well, thanks for watching, and if you remember, you can please subscribe and like the video. And don't remember, you can also hit the bell for notices on the channel. Yeah, we've also got a Twitter you can see on our banner, so check that out too. So take care and bye-bye.